President Obama meeting behind closed doors with Democrats in the Congressional Hispanic Caucus yesterday. They're trying to come up with a solution to the immigration crisis on our southern border.
But one person who wasn't allowed to put his ideas on the table, Texas Congressman Henry Cuellar, a Democrat who criticized the White House's immigration policy in the past, right here on Fox and Friends.
Okay, so why wasn't the border state congressman allowed to speak directly to the president? Well, he joins us right now from Capitol Hill. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing okay. Last week, you were on the program talking to Brian, and you revealed that the White House had called you a couple of times and told you to pipe down. You came face-to-face with the president yesterday. What was exchanged?
Well, you know, he said hello to me, shook my hand, just like he did with everybody else. There was a predetermined number of people that were going to be speaking. I was there to listen to not only my fellow colleagues, but also listen to the president. And really, I think the president and I were on the same line. He knows we got to put some emergency funding and put a policy change. He understands that.
Sure. He asked July 2nd, Congressman, that someone come forward with the plan. You have done that. But Nancy Pelosi, as of yesterday, when asked in an interview about your plan, which is bipartisan, said, quote, "I don't think the bill was introduced. It's exactly the wrong way it should go. Is the only immigration bill we're going to have one that hurts children." So she's saying there that your plan hurts children, does it?
Well, you know, again, people, no matter who they are, should not box themselves in a situation. I live on the border. I've been working on this for many years, the border issues and this crisis. I understand how the process works. And again, no matter who you are, you should never box yourself in this situation. We got to look at a policy change with due process for the kids. But at the same time, we got to have those hearings so the kids that need to be returned safely will have to be returned safely.
You know, it's kind of curious, Congressman. Last week, the White House was talking about we've got to change the law, or we're open to changing the law. And now it seems like most Democrats, most of the members of your party are saying, we don't need to change that law. Let's just go ahead and we'll get the money. But they won't address the core issue, and that is changing the law. If they don't change the law, what down the road, a couple of years, what's going to be the end result?
Well, we don't have to go a couple of years. Let's just go to next year projections. If we have 58,000 right now, we're going to get probably 90,000 by the end of the year.
Yep.
It's predicted we might get 150,000. So if we don't change the law, that means that we have to come back with another emergency bill next year and then another emergency bill. What happens? Do we take money from public education? Do we take money from transportation? Remember, there's also a sequester coming in next year, so we got to be smart on how we address this. Change the policy, give the protection to the kids, but if we need to return those kids, we need to move that with all due process.
You know, Representative Hinojosa out of Texas, he said that you do not represent the Hispanic caucus. Take a listen.
Henry Cuellar does not represent the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. He's a blue dog. He comes to the meetings once in a long time. And what you are hearing now is a unanimous voice of those who have been participating in the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. But make it clear, Cuellar does not speak for the Congressional Hispanic Caucus.
Your reaction?
I'm Hispanic. I'm a blue dog. 80% of my population that I represent is Hispanic. I, as a member of Congress, I can make my proposal. I live on the border. And by the way, it would have been nice if he would have spoken to me, asked me what my legislation does. He was just ignorant of the facts, and we got to do the right thing.
All right, Congressman Cuellar, we thank you very much for sharing your ideas for a bipartisan solution to the problem. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Congressman.